so today we are going to do one of my personal favorites, and that is a glute burn. So this is like an express 15-minute, like no break, no rest kind of workout. So you can either use a resistance band. If you do not have one, you can use it without a band. You just need to focus on the tension that you're creating a little more, because this obviously adds attention. So if you don't have one, just pretend like you do around your legs. So we're going to first start with this up around our thighs, right above our knees. It's super important that it is directly above your knees. If you have it up around your thighs too far up, it's going to roll when you do moves. So make sure it's directly above the knees. And then whenever we do glute work today, I want you to think of keeping tension on this band. So if your knees and hips pull together, you're going to lose the tension and you're not going to do yourself any good. So I want you to think of spreading your toes, having your feet about hip width apart. So that's a little bit different for everybody. So toes forward, shoulders back and down, draw your belly, your ribs in, and then I want you to think of sitting into a chair. Arms can be behind the head, on the hips, out in front of you, whatever is comfortable. I always like to bring them in front for some reason. So toes forward, you're gonna squat it down, keep the knees drawing outward slightly, drive it up, squeeze those glutes, draw the belly back in, lower it down, hold, drive it up. So we're gonna keep going with these as a nice little warm up here. You can start to find your depth as your muscles loosen up. You should be able to squat a little lower. Don't force it though. From the side, you want to think of a nice long line from your head to your hips. So what you don't want to do is have this arched back duck butt or this rounded spine. So shoulders back and down, belly in, sit it back, draw it up. Think inhale down, exhale squeeze, inhale down, exhale squeeze. Toes, knees, think of driving through those heels. We're gonna lower, we're gonna hold, we're gonna add in an abduction now. So with that abduction, we're gonna squeeze the outer part of our glutes or glute medius. We're gonna open, close, stand back up. Lower it down, open, close, stand back up. So you should start to feel your outer thighs, your outer glutes start to burn up. Think of keeping that tension. Whenever you do abductions, the band will want to pull the knees inward, don't let it. So think up, back down, open, close, drive. Down, open, close, drive. Good. Now we're gonna lower, we're gonna hold, we're gonna open, close, open, close, open, close. This is where that burn starts to get real. Think of squeezing your glutes. Don't let your quads do the work. They're going to want to. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it on up. Good. All right, shake your legs out a little bit. We're going to take the band down to our ankles. So you can do any of these moves with the band up around your thighs if you need to. The ankles is a little bit harder. It just adds more resistance, more tension on your muscles. So if this becomes too difficult, take the band back up to above the knees. If you want to progress this a little harder, bring it to the ankles like I have here. So what we're going to start with now are just simple side steps. So think of pulling the belly, the hips in, shoulders back. We're going to squat down. We're going to do 3 steps to the right and then 3 steps to the left. So the goal with this, keep tension apart on that band. You don't want those feet to come together. So think outer glute here, outer thigh. Your inner thigh is helping control that side step. Shoulders back and down, and then focus on your breathing. So this is really good for strong hips, strong glutes, strong lower back, all of those muscles that are super important for us. So keep it going. Try to sit down as low as you can. If you need a break, obviously take one. We got 3, 2, and 1. Good, stand it back up. So give it a little shake, get some blood flow to those muscles. We're gonna keep with the outer glute burn here. So from here, you're going to squat down just a little bit, just like a baby hinge. It's nothing too deep. So whatever is comfortable for you, shoulders back. You're gonna squat it down, this right leg. We're gonna tap it out, hold, bring it back in. Out, hold, bring it back in. So from the front, I want you to ground this left leg like it is a pillar into the floor. You're going to think shoulder over that hip, bring it out, bring it in, bring it out, bring it in. What you don't want to do is lean with your right leg. So ground the left, out, in, good. And then think, left glute stabilizing, your oblique is stabilizing, even your left lat is stabilizing you too, keeping you up nice and tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. We have the other side. So same exact thing, hinge it over, shoulders back, draw those ribs in, ground this right foot, left foot out, back in, out, back in, out, back in. Good. And then it helps to think of spreading your toes and that right foot so you have a nice foundation on that floor. You're driving through your heel, but your toes are also helping you stay nice and strong. 3, 2, and last one. Give it a little shake. We are now going to work a little bit of a reverse step back. So what I mean by that is we're going to be alternating our legs. We're going to stand about hip width apart. Start to feel that tension before you do anything. So if I was standing like this, I don't really feel anything. If I widen out like an inch, I already start to feel the tension build in my glutes. So find that for you. Everyone's different with the length of your legs. So once you find that tension, you're gonna squat it down just a little bit. From here, you're gonna take your right leg, you're gonna step it back at a slight angle. Ground this left leg, bring the right foot up, left leg steps back, right foot is grounded. So from the side, shoulders back, belly in, feet about hip width, a little wider, back, hold, up, back, hold, up. Once you find that grounding, you can start to move a little quicker. When you step the leg back, think of the front leg almost pulling the band apart. So don't let your body lean with that back leg. So ground, back, up, ground the front, step the back. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, now from here, we're going to get some monster walks. Yes, they are called monster walks. Keep the band right where it is. Again, you can bring it up to your thighs if you need to. So with this one, it is super important that you keep that tension on the band. So feet a little wider than those hips. We're gonna squat it down, keep the ribs in. We're gonna step the right foot, drive through that heel, squeeze this right glute, left leg follows. Right and then left. So heel and then full foot. Heel, full foot, heel, full foot, and then reverse it. Same thing. So step, 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 step. Controlling, not letting momentum take over, not letting the band slingshot you. Super important to focus on that tension the whole time. Good. You should start to feel that burn happening. One more time. Turn it around. Squat it down. Step it. Step it, step it. You can get fancy with these if you want. Test your balance and walk backwards. That will get a little deeper into the lower glute. Obviously, you want to make sure you don't run into anything when you do those though. All right, we're almost done with the standing part. We're now going to get a little combo move. So what we're going to do, it becomes fast-paced. I call this like a tap dancer move. We're going to squat it down just a little bit. We're gonna ground the left leg, right foot. We're gonna tap it out, center, back, center, out. So we're just going from a step back to a side step, in, back, in, out. Grounding this left leg, driving the heel into the floor, spreading those toes in the left foot nice and wide. Good. You have to think of squeezing this left glute or else it's not going to want to work. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Stand it up. We have the other side. Ready, set, and let's go. So out, center, back, center, out, center, back. As you get comfortable with these, you can pick the tempo up. It is totally up to you. So we can get as fast as center, out, center, back, center, out, center, back. So you choose the tempo. If you feel like you are losing control over the tension, over the form, don't go that fast. 3, 2, and last one. Good. All right. We are now going to lay down. We're going to bring the band up to our thighs. So directly above those knees. We're going to lay down on the floor. You can use a dumbbell on your hips. You can use a pile of books, a backpack, anything you want for a weight, or you could just do body weight, honestly. So we're going to do some glute bridges. These are great for helping make a strong lower back, making a strong core, protecting your lower spine, your lower lumbar. So glute bridges seem super overrated. We see them everywhere, but they are crucial and key for a nice, strong lower foundation. So with bridges, there are so many different ways that you can do them. What you want to make sure is that you're not throwing your lower back into it. You're lifting from your hips, you're lifting from your glutes. So we're gonna start with our feet about hip width apart, toes, ankles, knees, hips in line. We're gonna lay down. We want the heels nice and close to our glutes. We're gonna draw our rib cage in. Make sure you're not arching, especially if you already have a low back arch. So pull everything in. Palms can be down. Oh, this is my dog. Hello, Coda, come here. You're gonna put your palms down on the floor. Toes nice and wide. We're gonna drive it up. We're gonna squeeze those glutes. Keep those ribs pulled in. We're gonna lower the butt, tap the tailbone, exhale, drive right back up, squeeze. Inhale, lower, exhale up and squeeze. So the band is adding a little bit more tension on the glutes. You don't have a band, you just have to squeeze a little more. And then to amp this up, you can lift the toes off the floor and just drive through those heels. So then heels drive straight down, toes pull towards you, lift, 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 squeeze, lower back down, up and squeeze. Good. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Now we're going to add in an abduction. So kind of like what we did in the beginning with those air squats, we're going to lift it up, squeeze those glutes as much as you can, open, close, lower back down, up, open, close, down. You can either have flat feet or toes lifted, your preference. Just focus more so on keeping the ribs in, driving through those heels and squeezing those glutes as much as you can. On the way up, and then on the way down. For 5, lower up for 4, lower up for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Lower it down, hug those knees in if you need to. Give yourself a little break. And then from here, palms go back down, toes forward. We're going to keep with those glute bridges, but now we're going to lift, open, close, lower. Lift, open, close, lower. Lift, open, close, lower. This time lift, hold, squeeze, open, close, open, close. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there and hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Focus on pulling those ribs in. Make sure you don't start to arch through that lower back here. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Hug those knees in. From here, we're now going to turn the toes outward. So we weren't just hip width apart. We're now going to be wider than hip width, and we're also going to turn our knees and toes out. So it is like a V here. So nice and wide, ground those feet, draw the ribs in. We're going to do a wide bridge. So this is going to burn a lot quicker. It's going to really target the glute medius, the outer part of our glutes. So I want you to think of almost trying to snap this band. So the more tension you keep, the wider the knees, the better. So as we lift, you're going to feel the band want to start to pull those knees in and close the hips off. Really keep that spread, that tension, that drive. Hold for a second. As you lower, keep those knees apart. Do not let the band start to pull them together. So you are in control of how much tension we have here. We got 10, lower, up for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Last one, hold. We're gonna hold, hold, hold. 3, 2, 1, lower down, take a quick breather. We're gonna lift back up and 3, 2, 1, lift, hold, open, close, open, close, open, close. Make sure when you close though, those knees don't bow in towards each other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 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 3, 2, 1, lower. Hug those knees in. Good. All right, so we're gonna roll over now to a tabletop. We are almost done here. We're going to find all fours. You can either be on all fours or you can come down to your forearms, or third option, you can take your right palm out nice and wide here. That sometimes helps stabilize the core, stabilize those hips, especially if you have a lower back arch or something funky going on. So left forearm, right hand is my favorite. We're gonna keep the band right where it is. I'll show you this way. What we're going to do is draw the rib cage up and in, flex this right toe towards your shin, drive the heel to your glute, keep some space in between the knees. We're gonna drive up, we're gonna squeeze, we're gonna lower. It's now not how high up you drive it. I don't want you to think of throwing that lower back, throwing your head into it. You're keeping the belly, the ribs pulled up, driving through this right palm, driving through the right heel, squeezing that glute, and then lowering the knee. So drive, hold, lower. Keep the tension, feel the burn in that right leg. If your left leg starts to feel it, I want you to think of pressing through this right palm a little more. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Switch right away, other side. So right forearm, left hand is out, draw the ribs up, flex those toes, little bit of space between the knees, drive it up, bring it in. Drive it up, bring it in, up, in. Good. Think of squeezing, heel to glute, pretend like you have a ball behind that knee or a dumbbell, something. You're driving and stamping the ceiling with your heel. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. All right, last little bit here. We're going to bring the band down to the soles of our feet. So all the way to the end. It may pinch your skin a little bit, but it's not too bad, I promise. You'll get used to it. Okay, so what you're gonna do, come back down to that tabletop, left forearm, right hand. We're gonna draw that belly back up and in, press through that palm. Keep your left toe grounded into the floor. You have to be strong on the left side and really ground down for you to not wobble with this one. So ground the left side, right heel, right foot's gonna drive back. You're gonna squeeze that glute, knees stay wide. Super important here, drive it straight back. If your knee comes in too close to the left knee, you're gonna wanna lean over to the left, you're gonna lose the tension. So think nice, strong 4-point tabletop, drive it back, bring it in, knee wide. Drive it back, squeeze right glute, right hamstring, right quad. Good. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold. Think of pulling the belly up. We're gonna pulse up, down, up, down. Keep those right toes facing the floor. Think of driving through that heel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice job. All right, we have the other side. So we're first going to start with just those straight kickbacks here. So same exact thing, everything pulls up and in. I should sound like a broken record at this point. Right forearm down, left hand out, ground the right side, keep those hips nice and level, drive the left foot back, squeeze left glute, left hamstring and quad. You're nice and strong on both sides here. Think inhale, exhale back. Inhale in, exhale back. We got 10, in, out for 9, in, out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, extend, hold, squeeze, 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 pulse it up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Come on down. Take that band off. Nice job, you guys. So those are a couple of my favorite go-to banded moves. This is more of like a beginner tutorial on how to properly execute these moves. Sometimes in a class setting, when you're going fast, it's hard to know where to be squeezing, what kind of tension you should be feeling, if the band is better around the thighs, on the ankles, whatever. It's different for everyone. So this was more of just a how to perform and execute each move. But again, my cues are to be taken with a grain of salt because again, your hips are different, your glutes are different, strengths, weaknesses, every body performs a little differently. So don't be afraid to experiment and try some different stuff with these. So again, those are my favorite glute moves with these that we should be doing like every day. Strong glutes help with a strong lower back and core. Core and glutes are like the two #1 things that we all need a little bit of work in to really help our lower lumbar spine, especially if you sit all day, those glutes are not firing. You're sitting in a chair, they are completely turned off. So you have tight glutes, or you have weak glutes, and then tight front hip flexors. So that's a problem a lot of people face. So doing those moves, 10, 15 reps, a couple times a week, 3 times, 2 times, whatever you have time for, is just a great maintenance. In the next video, I will show you how to amp that up a little more, and we'll do more of like a class setting. We'll do a little more cardio, we'll keep things moving faster. I won't cue as much, we'll just kind of keep going and get a nice sweat on. So refer back to this kind of as like your resource. If you don't remember what we're doing or where you should be feeling it, this is a great guide for you. So let's take a quick minute to just stretch out, and then that will be it for today. So I want you guys to lay down on your backs. You're gonna hug those knees into your chest. I want you to take a really big inhale in, fill up those lungs, and then as you exhale, hug those knees in a little tighter. This is a really nice little back stretch, and then obviously you should feel this in your glutes as well. And then from here, I want you to extend those legs up to the ceiling. You don't have to lock those knees up, they can stay bent, don't strain the hamstrings. I want you to pull those toes toward you. That left leg is going to come up and over that right thigh. So left foot is flexed, bend that right knee. This is called a figure 4 stretch. I want you to think of opening up this left hip. So try to not let this knee come too much towards your face. So open up that left hip. Hands are going to come on through. They're going to thread underneath. Grab that right hamstring. Take a big inhale in. On that exhale, start to pull the right thigh toward you. You should feel that all in your left glute, all the way into your left hip. So super important with stretching is to breathe. Don't hold your breath. And then slowly extend that right leg, unhook the left, take a second, and then right foot up and over. Bend the left knee. Think of opening up this right hip. Keep the lower back, tailbone grounded. Take those left and right hands, thread them through. Hold on to that left hamstring. Big inhale, big exhale. pull that left thigh towards you. Slowly extend that left leg. Extend the right leg. Give those toes a good flex. Pull them towards you. Feel those hamstrings. Stretch all the way into your glutes. Give those toes a little point. A little flex. Bend those knees. Give yourself one more hug. And then big stretch. Legs and arms out. Big inhale. Big exhale. Roll yourself on up. Give yourself a couple shoulder shrugs. Good. And that is it for today. So stay tuned for the next video. Again, it will be a little more amped up with some cardio and some multi-movements, maybe throw on some weights. So we'll see where it goes. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys learned something new today.